Hey everybody, welcome to Between the Lines, my YouTube channel where I give news commentary and analysis on stories of the day. My goal is to get behind the echo chambers of the left and right media and talk about the things that the media won't say and get a bigger depth and perspective on the news stories and hopefully learn a little bit. My name is Gavin, just by way of introduction. I am not a journalist. This is entirely commentary and opinion, and the reason I'm doing this is I'm frustrated. If you're like me, you have spent the last 6 years yelling at the TV, um, basically going a little bit nuts. Might be a little bit of my middle age anxiety here, but um, the fact is, I just feel duped by the media, and I feel duped by the news stations that we see every day. I get led on, and I get given information that is false and misleading on both sides. And I also get the sense that the media is not allowed to go to places that they want to and call things out that they know is true, but they won't touch it because it's too controversial. So, my goal in doing this is to be able to expose that, to get it out, vent it a little bit for myself, because I got to tell you, I'm done being filled with all of this emotional anxiety and um, agita about my political environment and the country that I live in. And I think a lot of you feel the same way. And so that's why I'm doing this. I hope you'll come along with me on the journey. I'm going to lay out a little bit of how I'm going to proceed in this introductory video so that you can get an idea of how I think we should proceed on it. But I want this to be an interactive journey. Eventually, we're going to have all kinds of different opinion and people on the show, so that we can get a broad based perspective. But if you feel the way I do, if you've been frustrated with the media, this is a home. So like and subscribe, and let's get some momentum going to change the situation. One thing I want to do on this channel is try to eliminate the natural biases that we all have. I know I am biased to the left, and I'll admit it. I've been very frustrated the last 6 years and at the lack of progress in getting our country straight. But I'm not going to allow that to color the facts and to make it into a situation where I'm trying to shout louder than the right, in terms of being right or who's wrong. What I'm going to do is try and base every article, every story on facts that have been reported, and really try to weed out what's important and what's not. I won't do it perfectly. I can't, say that it's something that is going to be easy. I'll probably suck at it. But that's why I want to have participation with other people so that we can actually develop a conversation. And just to kind of lay out the structure of how things are going to be on each story so that you have some consistency and some understanding, I'm basically going to work from stories that are already out there and comment on and analyze them. We're going to present both sides of the picture the best that I can. I'm going to put it in context of a bigger picture to see really what the framework is, and how it affects what the implications are of the broader story and the broader structure that we live in. And I'll be doing more videos on this about the structure and the framework that I believe we live in. I think that we have been duped into living a lie, and I think every one of us knows that in our hearts we don't live in the system that we grew up with in school. This is not the democracy that I learned in 12th grade. So we'll look at that. We'll try to really kind of flesh that out and try to figure out what exactly, you know, what kind of system are we living in? How does it affect us? And what can we do about it? So that's my goal. The structure will be consistent so that we can work on a framework. Um, The idea of having a framework is that we build story by story, block by block, and fill in the dots of the broader picture. And by doing that, we can establish more credibility, a real understanding of what's going on, and it's going to be something that's fact based instead of um, essentially pulling it out of our whats. So we're going to try and keep that straight. I can't guarantee again that we won't have some situations where I'm wrong, where I have the facts wrong, where I have the opinion wrong, but I'm going to try and be honest and admit that when it's exposed, and when it's not, be open to hearing differences of opinion. As long as they're fact based, and as long as they have backup to them factually, I think that's the key that we have lost in the last 8 years. We've basically gone from a fact based world to a world where the facts are what we make them, and we don't make the facts real facts. So that's how it's going to proceed going forward. Looking forward to lots of exciting stories. Looking forward to a lot of input and participation by everybody who's here. So, again, if you have been as frustrated as I have with the mainstream media, if you have spent your last few years yelling at the TV, like and subscribe, follow along, see how it goes. It's an experiment for me as well, and it'll develop as we go. But let's create a community that is trying to be better than the media is trying to make us. So that's it. Looking forward to talking with all of you.